few minutes.
Can you see the screen? Can you?
I can see that screen.
Can you see the number?
Oh, no.
Can you see the chat?
No.
I really love to play a game where you try to read the chat and I try to respond to what you say.
Okay, first of all, that's rude. Because I can't see nothing right now. All I see is little Nate who's going to catch in about an hour.
Well, you didn't have a Approach 75.
No, I didn't.
You
But this is
saved
just
yourself.
natural. Yep. Can you see that?
I can't see it. I see it's moving.
And then out there in the land of the TikTok, let me know if you guys can hear us okay. We've got these fancy mics from Amazon, and they have little fuzzy things on it.
I sure wish that you guys had any knowledge of American Sign Language. You could just like...
I can't, and we're not going to say what you just, but that's funny, and I'm going to circle back. We've got us in live studio audience tonight. They're strangers that we met outside, yeah? Hello. I am the stranger. You just showed up on my doorstep and said, I really, truly, I'm beautiful and I want to be on TV.
That's true. That is the dream I have.
Yes, and I allowed it to happen.
Which was a gift to me. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. To me.
Yes. So where are we tonight, Andy?
We are in...
You literally had to think because you...
Kingsport, Tennessee. It's been a wild year. We're in Kingsport, Tennessee.
We are here for Tennessee LitCon.
We're here for Tennessee LitCon. It's a book convention.
It is.
That we will be attending tomorrow, where it's really exciting.
Yes. I know there's like 3 narrators that I have books for, and a few authors. Yes, you're one of them. I got a book for you.
Me? I'm so excited.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, this is Andi Eloise.
Hi.
She is a voice actor. You've been since 2023, right?
My first book was released in December 2023.
Okay.
I'm still a baby.
She looks like a baby too.
I'm looking like a baby.
And it makes me mad, but we're not going to go there.
I live to make people mad. No.
So I know your first book that I heard you was Come For Me.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a really good one. So I'd gotten into fantasy. That's what it's Agatar.
Yeah,
Reese and
that's
Rowan.
the gateway drug for
It
all
is.
of us.
It is. And then the spicy scenes in Throne of Glass. I had never.
In Throne of Glass? You thought they were spicier than Agatar?
Okay, you listen to me. First Thunder Glass was my first fantasy, okay? So I'm reading it, and then it's okay. I was like, oh, this is kind of... And then the 4th book came, I was like, he did what? Where?
Okay, but did you read Agatar first?
No, I read that second.
Okay.
So then Agatar came, I was like, ooh, look at this. And then I got in, and then I found a narrator named Joe Arden.
Oh, I've heard him.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I want to listen to every book this man does.
He's an incredible performer.
He
That's
is.
right.
And so he doesn't do any fantasy, really. So I got into...
Is that true?
He
He has kind of a modern voice. Do you know how they say some people have like an iPhone face? Like you could never imagine them? That's a real thing.
What, is that a dig?
No.
No, she has an iPhone
No.
face.
It just means that your features don't translate well to older eras.
Okay.
Like to the 1800s, to costume pieces.
Okay, got it.
Joe has a modern voice.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't sound like he's from the 1700s.
He does, though.
He does?
In certain books. You know what I'm saying? He can do it.
It's not a dig. Don't tell him I said that.
No, just between us.
Just between the hundreds of us that are here.
There's probably like 7 people here.
Welcome to the 7 of you.
Okay, so, and then I started listening to a lot of dark romance.
Ooh.
And then Come For Me,
Yeah.
which is fantasy, came. Joe Arden did it, and you.
I was there too.
And it was delightful.
It was an experience.
It was
everyone
so
should
good.
have.
It was really
by
good. By C.J. Sweet.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It reminded me why I got into books in the first place.
Oh my God,
It
what
did.
a compliment.
It did.
I was really honored when they asked me to join that project. It was my first Blue Nose book. It was my first book with Joe.
Okay.
And it was, I remember calling my mentor, Carly Robbins, and being like, should I do this? Am I good enough to do this? And she was like, of course, because she's so lovely and perfect.
Yeah.
But that was the book that introduced me to the world of Blue Nose audio.
Well, I'm so glad because I've heard you in like 10 books since then.
It's been a lot.
Yes. Okay, so Carly Robbins. That's on. We're just going to sit these down because I don't even think I'm going to need them tonight.
Little girls just had a little chat.
So you got into audiobook narrating. Carly Robbins is huge. She's
a big
staple.
deal. She's a big deal.
How did you get involved with her and allow her to mentor you?
Yeah, so I literally woke up one day and I was like, I think that I should do audiobook narration as a hobby. I knew about LibriVox, which is a platform that hosts public domain books, so all the narration and the editing is volunteer.
Okay.
And I wasn't using any creative bone in my body, and I was really sad and depressed and miserable, and I thought maybe this could be something that I do. So I did my research, and I thought, no, I think maybe there's another way to do it. And I made a list of my favorite female narrators, and she was just at the top of every single list that I made. And so I just looked on her website, and her email was there, and I emailed her, and I was like, I would really love to learn more about this. I think you're incredible. I think who you are and what you have to offer is something that I want to learn from. Would you be interested in coaching me? And she doesn't really coach a lot. So she was like, I'd love to set up an interview and hear more about who you are and what you want from this career. And she interviewed me and asked me a bunch of really hard questions, and then she agreed to coach me. And we were a great fit, because for someone who doesn't really coach, giving up her time was a big sacrifice. And I paid her for that time, but she does 100 books a year.
Yep.
And so giving up that time to invest in a brand new person was a huge sacrifice on her behalf. And she was willing to do it. And she is one of the greatest things that's ever happened in my life.
That's
I
awesome.
love her.
Good, because I've interviewed her once, and she seemed like a freaking fun delight.
She is a fun delight.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
facts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's back up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, that was the beginning.
you are a world champion in something. Is that true? Now,
That is true.
Now, the last time I asked you this, it was on the Come For Me live,
yeah.
and I did not get to expand because there's two other people.
Sure.
So now I need to really understand, how are you a world champion in what sport?
So I am a world champion martial artist. I won a gold medal in Switzerland in the World Karate Association World Championships.
Like karate, hell, like that?
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly right. And I started doing martial arts. It's a long story, but a long story short, I started doing martial arts when I was 10, and I was very good at it very fast, and I did not have a very happy or safe childhood. So being in an environment where there were safe adult men to admire and to receive approval from was a really big deal. And because I was naturally good at it, I just really flourished in that environment and joined the national team. I actually not auditioned, tried out for the national team the morning of my junior prom.
Oh my.
And made the team that year, competed in Italy, won 4 bronze medals. Went to school, took a year off so I could be a freshman in college. The next year I competed again in Switzerland, won a gold and 2 bronze. And then the following year in Canada, I won 2 silvers and a bronze.
That's crazy. Okay, so do you still do anything with martial arts?
No, I don't. I don't.
Why?
Because my doctors told me I wouldn't be walking in my 30s if I didn't retire.
Rude, doctors.
I know.
You
My
have
body
not
took a
met
real
Andi
beating.
Eloise. How bad.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
I do miss it. I do miss it a lot. It was a big part of my identity growing up, and it was a big source of self-confidence and courage for me. And so not having a part of that is challenging, but there are other facets that I'm getting to explore now.
Yeah. So you also did stage acting, is that correct?
I did.
So like in high school?
So I did acting in high school. I also pursued a degree in theater performance in college.
Okay.
And then after I graduated college, I did regional and community theater, and I was a fight choreographer and director for several stage productions for several years afterwards. But eventually that just didn't pay the bills. So I did anything else that I could. To
So did you know, this is trivia, that I ran a community theater for 8 years?
This is new information for
Would
me,
never
Eloise.
want to do it again. Let me tell you.
You seem like the kind of person that could wrangle those kinds of people.
I don't think you can wrangle those kind of people. I
You're
tried
hard
for
to
8
wrangle.
years.
Mhm.
You're just very passionate.
We're opinionated. Yeah.
And sometimes some of you are a little self-centered.
Is that true?
A little bit, just some.
Is that true?
Not everyone,
I
okay?
don't know.
And rules just don't apply to them.
That's true.
And
That
that's
is
hard.
true.
It's
Yes.
hard. When like
That
one of the
is
rules
true.
is just, clean up after yourself. That's all what do you mean? I'm like,
What do you mean no one cleaned up after themselves?
I'm just saying. That's exactly it. See, that was the look I gave. Anyways,
I don't like
so
that.
I don't do that anymore. And I realized after I got out of it that I think that aged me 50 years. Like my kid aged me 59 years. That aged me 50 years.
That's a lot
So
of
I'm
years.
really 157 years old.
Holy shit.
True.
Okay.
I have good
Well,
Botox.
Well,
Just kidding, I don't have
Me
any
too.
Botox.
I do. Big fan.
You're 20 years old. Don't try me.
That's true.
I know.
I am 20.
So some people might be wondering, why I've got socks on, Andy. Now that I'm looking, you actually can see the socks.
They actually, to me and my eyes that need glasses, they look like cutie little slippers.
Wait, you need
With
glasses?
them. Well, I wear contacts, but my prescription changed recently, and I think it got worse.
Now, Andy, you go back to the eye doctor. I know some people. Okay.
I did. I went to the eye doctor, and he was like, I think your prescription is too strong. Try these out. And I don't think they're working for me. I think I need to go back to my normal prescription.
So you don't have any right now, or you just?
So I have contacts in.
Okay, but they're not as good.
So
you're like me, where you
really
can't see.
far away.
Yeah, that's me all the time. It doesn't matter if it's in my face.
Oh no!
True.
I did last year. I went to the eye doctor, and I was like, hey, can I get LASIK surgery? Because that would be so cool not to have to wear contacts every day. And he said, what do you do for work? And I said, read an iPad in the dark. And he said, no.
Yep,
that's true. You can't have LASIK surgery. Yep. And so I didn't do that. So.
Do you gotten to the stage where you do the progressives yet?
No. Is that coming for me?
Yeah. So what that means is that, like right now, like I saw you doing your phone, okay, and you're like this because you can see it. The older you get, the only way you can see it
further away. That's what he said.
Yep.
He was like, if we do LASIK, your far sight will improve, but you'll need glasses to read up close.
Yep.
So, and that was not what I thought my eye doctor would say to me.
Yes. So I used to always wear contacts until then I used my readers on my head, and I was one of those crazy ladies with the readers everywhere. And I said, screw it, I'm just wearing glasses. And it covers your wrinkles when you get a little bit older. It's true.
Oh,
it's true.
Life hack, everybody.
No,
life hack.
Yes. So glasses, guys. Okay.
I love it.
So,
it feels weird not to be able to interact with the chat, but they're like in a different zip code
that you now can identify with me. This
is
this
is how you feel every day. Oh no,
every freaking day on that. And I feel so bad because people are probably talking to me. I'm like, and
we're not ignoring you. We just can't see you.
Actually, Andy, you can see. You just told me you could, and that's rude because they're talking to you right now.
Are they talking to you?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Shit.
I can't see. I'm just kidding.
I felt
They said
you're
very. We got you. We got you.
Your friends are reading the comments.
We got you.
So
you got some besties that got your back.
Yes, see, these are Andy's friends. She said I bring them with an entourage.
I came with an entourage, you guys.
They do her hair, her makeup.
I do my own hair and makeup. I very explicitly learned how to do that via YouTube tutorials and TikTok tutorials over the last 2 years.
Do you know how pissed off I was last night or the night before? I don't even remember.
So what did you do
the Grim Live. So I'm sitting here and I had been traveling to and from Memphis that day I drove back to Memphis.
Very
from yeah. And my hair had been washed the day before, so it was super flat. Okay, my hair was
like so good. Do you guys
my
remember that live?
Yeah, okay. So then Andy comes on and her thing pops up, and she looked like she walked out of a Vidal Sassoon. What is it?
Vidal Sassoon.
And it almost looked like she had a fan blowing it. I'm like, the hell?
Because she's a cutie.
TikTok
tutorial.
I literally was like, what an asshole.
I do live to
I
get
can
people
say that.
angry,
We're on TikTok, so I can say asshole, right?
TikTok tutorials, that's where it's at. That's how I learned how to curl my hair on TikTok.
How do you curl it? Do you
curl your hair?
That's how you do it? I used to do one of those heatless curls.
Oh, heatless curls.
Heatless curls.
I've tried and it doesn't look good.
It looks delightful on me.
Really?
Yes, but it can't give you good sleep.
Oh, yeah. And I'm just like, sleep supersedes everything else.
Yep, I hear you on that one. Except I'm old and I don't get any sleep. This is you, Andy. Glasses, can't see anything, and no sleep. This is your future.
Dislike.
She has no words. Okay, so we're in community theater,
regional theater,
step above which you do get paid in that. Yeah, there's union wages and stuff like that.
I wasn't part of the union.
Was it like what's it called? Semi-professional? Were you semi-professional where you get some wages but not the full?
I did get paid.
Okay,
but I wasn't part of the union.
Got it. Yeah. And then what happened to get you from that on stage acting to in a booth on a microphone, maybe sometimes saying naughty words?
Yes, that's a great question, particularly coming from someone who was raised in the height of purity culture. The stage just wasn't paying the bills, and so I did anything else I could to keep the lights on, and I got sadder and sadder and sadder until literally one day I woke up and I thought, I have to do something else or I'm going to disappear. And I thought, what else can I do in the midst of, in the middle of jobs, but read a book alone in my closet.
Okay.
And that's when I did all my research and I got into coaching and I started taking classes and I started auditioning and the jobs started coming.
And do you love it?
It's all right.
Okay. Is it isolating?
It's not. I love it so much. It's the best thing I've ever done.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Okay, God, I was like, well, because it's isolating, right? I was trying to figure out ways around it.
No, it's
Okay.
the best thing I've ever
Is
done.
it?
I feel lucky every single day. I literally wake up and think, I can't wait to get to my
Look
room.
at that
I can't wait to do
smile.
it.
You guys can't. She has a little twinkle in her eye.
It's Botox.
They don't put Botox in your eyeball.
Sometimes they do.
Oh, you're funny, Andy. Okay, so you love it.
I love it so much.
What do you love about it? I mean, really, what do you love? Do you like going to events like this? Do you like meeting people like me that love your work? What do you love about it?
There's very few things that I don't love. I think it would be easier to list the things that are challenging because I love meeting new people. I love new experiences. I very recently learned about a term called collective effervescence.
That is
Which
too
is
smart
like-
for me.
It is my new favorite thing. I have been like dwelling on this. It basically just means like a communal sense of joy that you feel when you gather together with groups of like-minded people. Like, have you ever been to like a hometown parade and you just sort of feel like you just feel like a sense of pride, like you belong to these people at this place and this time, and you're all together experiencing a sense of joy together.
Mm-hmm.
That's collective effervescence, and I think that's what we experience at book conventions.
Okay.
Like, not to sound like a door-to-door salesman, but I'm very, very sensitive to joy and enthusiasm and excitement, and so when we gather together in places like this and we meet new people and everybody's celebrating something that they love, that more often than not is not necessarily something that they can celebrate in their real lives, it just feels so special. And I love meeting people like you who love the things that we do, because I live in a very Christian conservative area, and it's really hard for me to share any part of what I do with anybody that I know, because they all look at what I do as sinful, which is a challenge. But
We gotta fix that.
the job itself is, I feel lucky every single day. Every single day. Like, I can't believe people continue to hire me. I can't believe I continue to wake up and I get to like say the most audacious, sassy things, and I get to play these characters who are experiencing something real and deep for the very first time, and I get to experience a whole character arc and a whole personal journey every single day, and I could not be any more grateful.
That's amazing. Now, I have another question for you. What's one downside of it?
The downside is I wasn't prepared for the hustle
Oh,
that this job has.
Okay.
I knew that there was going to be rejection, and I was prepared to hear no a lot, but I wasn't prepared for how much I feel a sense of, I need to make sure I'm active on social media. I need to make sure people know that I'm not ignoring them on social media. I need to make sure that I'm reaching out to companies and authors and showing gratitude and making sure that my samples are being updated and that my website's being updated and that my roster samples are being updated. And it's just a nonstop cycle of a sense of urgency that is genuinely exhausting.
do you have any help?
No.
Do you see that in your future as maybe something that one day?
Eventually, I keep thinking, I'm not trying to be self-deprecating, I swear to God, but I keep thinking that like the other shoe is going to drop, that people are going to like find out that I'm a fraud and they're going to stop hiring me. So it's hard for me to.
I think everyone here just shook their heads.
Okay.
Kind of like, really, like, no, that's never going to happen.
I just sort of, I feel as, I am also like a semi-controlling person, so I don't like to relinquish control. Like, I'm going to hire a prepper to prep my books, and they're just going to tell me what I need to know. Like, what if they don't tell me enough and I'm ill-prepared? Or what if I have someone manage the business side and all my emails and all of my reach-outs, and what if they don't do it right? Or what if they don't have the right tone? Or what if I come across as like a jerk? I just have a lot of insecurities and a lot of fears and anxieties that show up in the idea that I would invite someone else to represent who I want to be to people.
I get it. But you're going to have to do that because I've heard your books and you're going to keep getting calls and you're going to be like little Mr. Sean Masters who pounds out the books.
He does that.
That is a funny phrase because I actually said that to him. I'm like, boy, you sure do pound him out. Guys.
She said that to a man.
I
his face.
On a live.
In front of publicly. She said it publicly.
And then I made a clip about it because I put bloopers and I added that to it.
And we love a blooper reel.
Do we?
We really do.
That poor man. That's all I have to
He's
say.
something.
Hey, you work with my man, Sean Masters.
I have worked with Sean several times this year. We've done a number of books.
He's one of my favorite narrators.
He's extremely talented, that guy.
Yes, and
it's
you
kind of unfair. Like,
So-
how dare?
you got to record with him and some other big names live in studio.
I did. I was the baby narrator in that group. Me.
But I think you probably had the most lines.
I think I did have the most lines.
Yeah.
Which, no pressure. You just have to carry the weight of this book on your back.
I'm telling you, I'm a confident girl, okay? Always have been. Even when I don't need to be, I'm still confident. I don't know what I would have done if I walked in that room and saw those people staring at me while I'm brooding some.
Well, you know what? They planned it really, really well because I got there early and got to just hang out with Joe and the creative team. And then the first day, it was just me and Joe doing our singular scenes together.
But still, Joe.
He was a big deal. So that was nerve-wracking.
Were you nervous? Because you didn't sound, because I listened to it live recorded, and you did not sound nervous.
That's so nice.
At all.
I was extremely nervous.
Okay.
But I also, not to be like super personal, Joe feels very familiar to me as a person. He just feels like someone that I went to school with. He feels like all of the guys that I went through acting school with. So standing in front of him and having dialogue and matching his energy felt very comfortable and very familiar right away. All of the nerves were like before and after, but when we were actually working with each other, that felt very familiar and very comfortable every single minute.
So what you're saying is the first time you met him, you did not literally run away?
So I actually met him originally at APAC, at the Audio Publisher Associates.
It was in New York.
It was in New York,
Okay,
yeah. So I met him and had a really nice conversation because we had just been cast in Come For Me.
Okay.
I think we were getting ready to record it in the next like 2 weeks or so. And so we had a really nice conversation there. And then Blue Nose hosted like a social hour.
I saw that.
That was really nice. And I think that like soothed the nerves. But I also think it was nice that I got to fly in the day before we started recording and just spend time with him and his team as like people.
Yeah.
And that sort of smoothed the edges.
Have you ever had an experience like that in a studio before?
No, that was my first one. My first in-studio experience.
And is that common for you guys? Like,
no, it's so rare. You guys, that's like, I can't explain how unbelievably rare that experience is. Studios don't have the money to like fly people out, and they don't have narrators don't have the time to like carve out a week of their schedules for one book. That's so unbelievably, indescribably rare. To be able to have these 6 narrators in one place at one time was so extraordinary. It was such a, like, I don't want to wax poetic about this, but that is what it was. It was a magical experience that for sure I will never experience again. This was a once in a lifetime opportunity.
I can't. Okay, so what we're talking about is the book Grimm.
It's the book Grimm.
It's written by DJ Krimmer and Joe Arden, and it features Andi Eloise,
that's me,
in the female main character.
I was there.
Joe Arden as the male main character.
He was.
James Cassidy as Big D.
Death.
Now, James Cassidy, guys, he's a hot commodity right now.
We love James Cassidy.
Can I tell you that my friends get like mad at each other about how much who likes him more? I'm like, oh,
I can't wait to tell him that. I'm going to tell him that.
Well, I call it the James Cassidy train, and every day someone else wants to drive it.
I thought you were going to say something else, and I got nervous.
What's funny is I don't know what I was. Can you whisper what I thought you were going to?
No, because there's a microphone attached to my lapel.
Will you tell me after?
I sure will.
I mean, everyone else seems to know what she thought I was going to say.
Everyone in this room, everyone in the chat, you all know exactly where we thought she was going. You sure do.
And I still don't know where I could have gone with that. Okay, so anyway, so James Cassidy, then Sean Masters.
What a treasure.
You know what? Why are you smiling when you say his name?
He's so unfairly talented. Like, the audacity of that man to show up and to do all of those different characters, just like it's a Tuesday.
Okay. So when I was listening live, one of my favorite parts of this recording was, I don't know, like you were across from him, so you didn't know, but
he was right in front. So I was in an isolation booth, and I had a big window, and I could look and see. I was looking at Joe the whole time. Sean was directly in front of my window, saying no. It's not funny.
I'm wondering why it's funny, but I'm not going to ask you on the live.
It's funny. It just got very hot in here. Not inappropriate. Not in a weird way. God.
I don't know. Anyways, so when he would sit down, he didn't realize that.
Yeah, he
I hear is people don't like that. They want you guys standing. They think it's better acting. But
It was better acting. I usually sit in my booth. I stood the whole time at Grimm, and there was a big difference.
So are you going to be able to do that?
I try to, but again, the energy is just different when you're alone in the booth. And my days are very long, so we're not 20. You know what I mean? We gotta sit.
I feel like
the old back can't handle it.
So when he would sit down, he would make noises.
He sure
like
would.
kind of like
like an old man would make noise. Like he's a 60-year-old.
Why am I still here? I'm sure that's not what he meant, but he didn't realize it picked up, and you guys probably couldn't hear it.
No, we could hear it. We could hear everything.
Did you really?
Do you guys remember when he opened his phone? It was playing like a YouTube.
Yes, I do. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
We were like in the middle of a scene. What's funny is he had multiple chapters where he just had like 1 or 2 lines at the beginning or the end, but he had to sit there through the whole chapter. So he was just like sitting there trying to be quiet. So of course he got his phone out. It didn't happen twice.
So we talked about the men.
We did talk about the men.
Now let's talk about the men.
Oh my God, the women.
Maxine and Methan Mitchell.
When Maxine Mitchell walked into that studio, you guys, I got goosebumps. She is effervescent.
She's my best friend.
Is she your best
No.
friend? Okay.
But I have met her twice.
She's magic.
She's probably scared of me.
She is magic.
She's so pretty.
You guys think I was nervous to work with a girl?
She
walked in and I was like,
but isn't she the sweetest?
she's so darling. She's so darling.
She is.
She did everything
And
she could
pretty.
to put everybody. She's so beautiful.
But then
she did everything she could to put everybody at ease.
when she started voicing, she's Time, right?
She's Time and several other smaller characters. Yeah.
I mean, that little lady can
That little heathen.
act. Let me tell you.
I have never felt that nervous as when she showed up in the studio and she was like right outside of my isolation booth, killing it immediately.
Yep. And then June DeBorge.
June DeBorge. She's a unicorn, you guys. She is so fucking talented. She's unbelievably talented.
Yep.
She's
I've only listened to a few books from her. She's new too.
She is not that new. She's been doing this since about 2018.
Okay, so not that new at all.
Her pace is more relaxed
Okay.
than many other people in the business, and so she doesn't do 100 books a year. But the books that she does, she never misses.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Yeah.
She's so good at so many things. I don't think she's gotten her flowers yet. People don't realize how
What
unbelievable
does that mean,
she
flowers
is.
yet? Is that
It
a credit?
means a credit.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
very youthful and hip.
And
like
I
Johnny with the lingo.
am not, and they know this. Okay, so June is here this weekend.
She is here, you guys, and we're friends IRL.
That's in real life.
That means in real life.
That's right.
She did it.
I'm
She
the
got
donut
it.
translator.
She did it.
Thank you. Okay, so super excited to. Are you guys near each other? How does that?
So I can see her table across the pathway. So we're like, we can make eye contact with each other, but we're a couple.
How many events do you do a year?
So this is only my second real year doing this.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
This will be the 3rd convention I've done this year, but only my. Did I just make that up? Did I just lie to you?
Did you just add a convention in there that didn't happen?
So I went to Sinners and Stardust, but I went as Nevessa Allen's PA.
Okay.
I don't think I did another one. I went to the APA conference. Is that it?
I love it. You're asking your friends here.
You guys probably know, right? Do you guys remember? Do you remember my schedule? So this year maybe just 2, and then next year I'm doing.
Can you announce what you're doing next year or no?
Yeah, next year I'm doing Kinkinique in Dallas in April, and I'm doing the Spicy Reads event in Chula Vista in June, and then I think I'm doing Tennessee LitCon again.
Yes. Very excited because you know it's in my home
Mm-hmm.
state. So
I didn't realize that you were from Tennessee.
I am from Tennessee. My accent didn't give it away.
Well, there's a lot of southern states.
Have you? Now when we first started, you said I pick up on accents.
Yeah,
And by the time I end, I'm going to be sounding like you. You don't sound like me.
I'm really working hard.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am.
We got to hang out more. I want to hear Southern Andy.
You'll hear it if I'm very sick or very tired, or if I talk to my mom. You'll hear it.
Okay. Well, I kind of don't want to listen
Because my
to
family
them.
is from the South.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to talk to them.
You don't.
That's weird. Okay. All right. So Grimm released. Now tell me what it was like to see your book on Times Square.
The peanut gallery's laughing.
Why are you laughing? What did I say? Did I say
No,
Nope. I would like you to tell us what's funny
Honestly.
so I can share with the people.
It was not book related.
Okay.
Was it inappropriate? Because I really want to know. Well, then I don't want to know.
They have had good juice.
Do what?
They have had good juice.
Yes. So
I think it's time for juice too.
Okay, so what they're talking about juice is that we are at Victoria Book Lovers Airbnb. Victoria and her wife are here. We have Kate, who's on the Precious Book Gal team. We have the 3 lovely friends here that I got introduced to.
My posse.
And I would
Posse with an O.
I would say their names, but posse with an O.
What else could it be? Not for you. What else could it be?
Okay. I'm actually very smart.
I can't breathe.
It's because you're smart. It's why you're like,
That's why.
God, I got sweaty.
Were you embarrassed for me?
No.
I
would
you weren't
never.
going to say it?
No.
Because she let me and Kate let me know what it meant, what I was going to say. Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Kate.
Okay. Okay, so Times Square, the book that you are the star in
So awesome.
on the Times Square billboard.
Well, the ad was for the book, which I had no part in writing.
Correct.
So I just felt really proud of my friends Joe and DJ and the accomplishment that they have experienced. And it just feels like a really special and almost surreal thing to be a part of a group of people that brought it to life.
Yeah, but I will say, even I did nothing, I'm not creative. Like I was proud of that moment,
Yeah.
you know, because I kind of was behind the scenes and
Yeah.
knew when he was writing it, and then listen to you guys do it live. Like,
And it's something really special to
Pretty
see
cool.
someone that you know accomplish something so
Big.
important
Yeah.
and beautiful.
yeah,
and knowing Andi Eloise, and she accomplishes something big and beautiful and important.
Yeah, it just felt really cool to know someone who is achieving their dreams.
Okay, so Grimm,
That's grim.
it's coming out on October 7th.
October 7th, I can't wait, you guys.
Okay, so I'm going to take
I
that
just
project.
saw that they announced the ALC signups.
Yep.
And it's like a
Oh.
short window. It's like a 3-day window.
Did I miss it?
No, it's like happening right now. I think the ALC signups
Did I miss it? Seriously.
end in
Okay.
2 days. They
Okay.
end
So
in
what did
on
people?
Sunday,
How did people find out?
the 13th.
Go to Joe Arden or DJ Krimmer's.
Or maybe
TikTok.
the Blue Noses.
Blue Nose?
I saw it on Instagram, but I
I
can't
did.
remember if it was Blue Nose or Joe who posted it.
So maybe Blue Nose Auto's Instagram, maybe
Yeah.
Joe Arden's
You can probably
Instagram.
find it both places.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or DJ
but it's a
Krimmer's.
short window, so you definitely want to sign up. You do not want to miss the audio. It is an extraordinary experience.
So that's happening now. So we're going to take
Yeah.
that project off the table.
By Grimm.
Tell me, what was the highlight of your career other than Grimm? Because I feel like that currently will be your highlight. Is that right?
That would yeah.
Okay,
that would
so-
definitely be a
Well,
highlight.
of course, and that
Yeah.
that would be a highlight for a while. I think. But before that, like when you thought, okay, I can do this, and B, I might make it as a voice actor. Like, what project was it? Even though you say you still not, I know that you are going to make it because you are making it.
Yeah, I really am just kind of waiting for the other shoe drop. You're not guaranteed longevity in this kind of career, so it's really hard to be like,
What does that mean? You're not guaranteed longevity.
I think the statistic is like there are 7 female narrators to every 1 male narrator, and everyone's always looking for like the next thing, the next voice. It's really hard to find consistent, sustainable work in a creative field that everyone wants to be part of.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Tell me how marketing plays a, because I've been on lives with other voice actors, and some of them are irritated that they have to do the marketing aspect.
Yeah.
Because before,
Yes.
they didn't have to do it.
Correct.
It was their voice got them the role.
That's right.
But now it's like their followers. Like
Yeah.
the more influence you have over fans, the more roles
Yes,
you get. So talk to me about that.
As we live in an increasingly expensive world, it's really challenging to market books. It's expensive to make an audiobook. It's expensive to market the audiobook. It's expensive to hire out other parts of the book. And so I remember that I'm new here, so take everything that I say with a grain of salt. What I say is not law. But my understanding is that companies and authors want narrators to bring their own fans, their own followers, their own viewers and listeners to a book to help sell that book because it is so expensive to do. And initially, narration was just a guy in a box reading you a book.
Yep.
And now it's become a lot more like a stage production, a lot more like an audio play than just a guy reading you a book. And with all of the increase in entertainment value comes the increase in cost. And if you as a voice actor or narrator can bring your own fans that will be guaranteed buys for that book, that's really attractive to companies and authors who are taking a huge financial risk in hiring you.
Now, I'm going to say something
I think you
that
should.
isn't very popular.
Oh,
So, men, all right?
yes. They
I
are
get
not
this
popular.
industry,
You're right.
I get we're females, and I get it's geared towards us.
Yeah.
It upsets me when people only focus on the male performance, which
Yeah.
is probably just as good as the female performance.
Yeah.
But it looks like you guys have to work so much harder on the marketing part of it than a man.
Yes, it is really challenging, and this is also something that I feel very passionate about. Also, I really empathize with where you are. The challenge, I think, for female narrators and voice actors is that we have to be believable enough that you stay in the emotion of a scene, but forgettable enough that you see yourself as us,
Oh, gosh.
as the female main character. That's why
so
women
rolling.
my friend.
That's why women write the POV from the female perspective, because you want your reader to envision herself as the heroine.
Yep.
So, for better or worse, female narrators are meant to be somewhat forgettable. I mean, we don't want to create bad performances. Like, we can take you out of a book very quickly, so we have to be careful about that. But we do need to be forgettable enough that you see yourself in our role. And men are, I mean, these book boyfriends that are written by women are the fantasy. And when a man with a gorgeous voice and better talent can bring to life the fantasy, it sticks with us a lot more deeply than a character that we want to see ourselves as. And so I don't love that men get better marketing and they get paid more and they get hired more easily and there's less of them, so there's less competition. But that's the job.
That's reality.
It's just the way that it is, and you have to be at peace with that, or you can't have a career here.
Okay, good thing I'm not a narrator. I mean, listen to my voice. It'd be so good. I'm just kidding.
And I don't mean that offensively. I know that that's like maybe a controversial take.
I don't think so. I think you're being honest.
It is hard. It's hard for
it's
women.
honesty.
Yeah.
And you know,
in a women-centric industry, it's kind of a sad reality, but it is reality, and you gotta be okay with it.
Yeah.
You just gotta.
coming from, I'm 159 years old.
Yes.
And, top of
And
my
I'm 20.
field and having to work really hard to get there twice as hard,
Yeah.
I notice it.
Yeah.
Probably more than others.
Yeah.
And care about it because you guys have to just do more to
Yeah.
get to the same place. So
Yeah.
thank you for being open and honest with me. If you get any
Well,
hate mail, you send them to Kate. Okay? Back there. I'm just kidding. You can send them to me. Okay. So we got that off the table. You cannot tell me about the worst project. Could you, with non-identifiers, tell me your least favorite book with non-identifiers? Can we do this?
So I would never identify my favorite or my least favorite, but I will say that I did one project and got burned very badly. I did the entire project and the author decided that she didn't like the way it sounded or she didn't want to continue. And I think it was probably financially motivated.
Okay.
But it was it was a big learning opportunity.
Sure.
On how to advocate for
I
myself
was going to say advocate, yeah.
and also when to walk away from the project.
Ooh, that'd probably be my worst thing. Like, I don't like to walk away from anything,
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
It can be really challenging, but sometimes you are not the right voice for a project, and by that I mean you are not the right personality for all things. And honestly, I think the worst thing that can happen for us as narrators is not to be rejected consistently, but to be cast in a book that we're wrong for.
Okay.
Because what would be worse than being put in a role that people are depending on and then disappointed in?
Like you can't win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very open-minded point
It
of view.
really helps when the rejections roll in.
Yeah.
Is to remind yourself that my dear friend Casey Hollowell always says, "What's for me will not pass me," and I've taken that quite to heart.
That's a real. Did she come up with that?
I don't think she came up with it, but I certainly credit her as saying it. I talk to her pretty consistently, and she frequently reminds us, "What is for me will not miss me, will not pass me," and it's true.
Yeah, that's a good friend there you got.
She is.
Okay, so what we got. Ooh, we're doing good on time.
Oh, 2 ladies on time.
So let's talk about outside the booth.
Let's talk about it.
What do you do for fun?
I don't want to say because it's really embarrassing.
Okay.
Because all I do is read. I read for fun. I love
Everybody in this chat can 100% say the
I-
same thing.
Being a narrator has not ruined the experience of reading for pleasure.
Now, do you read or do you listen?
So I do both, but I listen a lot less now because I found that as an empathetic speaker, when I'm listening to certain voice actors, I pick up on their rhythms or cadences, and it flavors my narration, which I don't want it to do.
Say you said empathetic what?
Speaker, an empathetic speaker.
What does that mean?
It just means that you pick up on the accents or the cadences and rhythms of the people that you're speaking to.
I do
and you
that too.
Yeah, you
I'm
take sort of
what is that? What am
empathetic.
I? Empathetic
Speaker.
Speaker.
So you're not mimicking
Duh.
someone. You're
Yes.
connecting
Yes.
emotionally.
Right. I can actually mimic some people though.
Well,
I could. The ones that I know and they don't mind I mimic them.
yeah.
Is that
And when you're close to people, it comes out a little bit more. But I remember one time when I was in.
First of all, time. You just said one time. Like I'm starting to hear it.
Oh no, it's
I
happening.
love it. Okay.
It's the French 75 has done its job.
Good job, Victoria.
Excellent work, Victoria. I remember one time I must have been in high school, but I went to a camp and all of the leadership were from northern Michigan, and Michiganders have a specific way of speaking, a specific accent. And I remember calling my mother and she was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm in camp, Mom." And she was like, "You sound like you're from Michigan." Because I had picked up on the way that they were speaking. I wasn't trying to like mimic them or like be them at all, but it just you naturally pick up on the things that you hear when you're around other people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it just is what it is.
Do you watch movies? You really just read?
Okay, here's what happened. I read my first romance book 2 years ago.
Shut your face.
My very first romance
That's
book.
kind of me too, though.
I want to remind you all that I grew up in a very conservative Christian purity culture community and family. And so romance books were sinful. And the book club that I was a part of picked A Court of Thorns and Roses on accident.
On accident?
We didn't know what it was about.
Wait, was it like one of those like Puritan kind of book
No,
clubs?
no.
Okay.
But we had some girls in the book club that were just really sensitive to romance because they had struggled with some stuff in their pasts. And that's as much as anyone needs to know. But we picked it by accident because we didn't know what it was. And when I tell you, it was a gateway drug. And I read all 5 of those books in that series in a month after only reading self-help books for 2 decades. And then I just never stopped.
Like, first of all, mine was I did read Twilight. Harry Potter. I'd read that over and over again.
Yes.
For probably my early 30s.
It's so good.
That's it, and then I'll read again.
But like I had spent all of my 20s and then some only reading self-help books. And I didn't know what reading for pleasure was until I picked up A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I never stopped. And 2 years later, I would still rather lay in bed and read a book than watch whatever garbage is on Netflix. Because let me just be so for real.
For real?
Nothing good is on. And I know I sound like my mother 20 years ago.
Wow, you kind of made
I
me do.
sure mean it. We're not creating the newsroom anymore. Do you know what I'm saying?
I love the newsroom.
Wasn't that so
Oh my
good?
God, Jeff Daniels.
So good!
Are we the
Best
same-
TV
are
pilot
we the
of
same
all
person?
time. Greatest TV pilot ever written.
It really was.
I watched
that
it.
speech that she when the speech. Are we the same person?
Aaron Sorkin, I love him.
Oh,
I mean, he was
West
a dick.
Wing?
And, oh my God, West Wing is my favorite TV show of all time.
I would sing the but I can't.
We
sing.
refuse to sing, so it's not a thing.
That was actually one of my questions. Can you sing?
I can sing, I don't sing.
You
I
can't
choose not to
Wait,
sing.
like,
I mean, I'm a trained actor, so like I took vocal lessons for 4 years in school.
so can you hold a tune?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't.
Oh,
I'm
well, I went to school for it. Like, it was just part of the.
my whole family does.
The problem is that my vibrato is really fast, and I also, because I did martial arts, I have vocal damage.
Why?
Because you yell a lot.
Are you like, hey,
Yeah.
God, do you have video of that? I would love to see
Not
it.
for public consumption. Absolutely not.
No. Okay.
Because it's so fucking nerdy.
First of all, I just can't imagine this little thing.
I was so cool one time.
First of all, you are cool now, but
It was
just
so cool.
this
all
little
the
thing
time.
just high on people. Like I just
yeah,
can't.
I was very good at
Oh
it.
my god.
It was
Did you-
so
Did
good
you do
at
backflips and stuff?
So I could do like aerials, but I never learned to backflip.
What's an aerial?
An aerial is like a no-handed cartwheel.
Holy crap! That's flipping.
Yeah, but it's not a back. Like backflips are cool.
I can't even do a back bend. Even when I was on a cheerleader, I could not do it. They were like, "How are you not doing it?" I'm like, "My body don't bend. I don't know what to tell you."
I get it.
You know,
I'm a
just
yoga
don't
teacher
do it.
now, so I'm a lot more bendy now than I was
Of course
then.
you are. God dang it,
I have been
Andy.
a yoga teacher.
Can she be any more I'm a
I
yoga
have been a
teacher.
yoga
Beautiful.
teacher for 14 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I took hot yoga once.
Oh, that's not a good choice.
No. So I get there and the lady comes around and I'm like this. I'm like, some people's bodies are like roly-polies, you know?
And it's not ours.
So I was doing some type of pose and the lady was like, no, you gotta make it go up. And I'm like, I can't. So she comes over and she literally tries to make me like body do this. And then she was like, oh, okay, never mind. Because it wouldn't squish. You know, some of us aren't meant to.
That's not a good teacher. That was a bad experience.
What if it was you and I didn't know?
It was not me. I would never.
Do you do hot yoga?
I did teach a form of hot yoga. So I was teaching like 10 classes a week, and one of the classes was a hot yoga, but it wasn't Bikram. So there's like,
I don't even know what that means, but hot yoga sounds like torture.
well, some people like hot yoga because it helps you sink in deeper into poses, and it also helps regulate your blood pressure.
And it
But
makes
for
you
many,
sweat.
For many people, it's not good. for
Has
your
anyone
body.
here love hot yoga?
None of us.
First of all, you're lying.
I love yoga.
Victoria
I
said
love
she
yoga.
did. She's lying.
Ask her. I made
Yep.
her do yoga.
She's lying.
Guys.
Show us the pose. I'm just kidding. Don't do it. Don't do it, Victoria.
Oh, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do
Don't do
it.
it. I don't want to put you on the spot.
I mean, I'll come down up her dog for you.
I don't even know what that means.
Don't ride this pony on us.
Did you just woo her?
I did.
I knew you were going to try to do something naughty on here, Victoria. I just knew
You
it.
said that was your goal to get banned.
I said, no, I don't want to get banned.
Oh, I heard it differently.
Did you really say, you heard me say goal? Okay. So we only got like 10 minutes left.
That's not very much.
So
I
10
don't
minutes to
know.
get her banned.
So funny, you guys.
Has
So
it?
funny.
Okay, so I love
I'm so sorry. We don't mean to be ignoring the chat. We literally cannot see you. I'm so sorry.
What is it?
There's a question in the chat. They
Yep.
want to know if when you're reading, do you act it out in your head?
Ooh, when she's reading, does she act it out in her head? Like, okay, so for instance, when I read, listen,
Okay,
when
okay.
I read, it's not me, and like
I immediately went spicy.
I did not. I don't know. Why am I here? I don't know. I don't belong. Okay. So, anyways, so when you read,
when I'm reading.
yeah, she's saying, do you picture yourself like? And I'm assuming when you narrate is what the
Yes,
question was.
yes.
So when you narrate, are you like, let's say in Grimm, and you know, on the
I did
rooftop,
not. I'm just gonna say publicly right now. I did not imagine myself in any.
not you, but like,
I didn't do that. Nope. That's not a thing that happens.
and there
That
goes
was not.
my interview
right
career.
now.
That's what I mean.
That did not happen. I
Do you picture
professional
the-
relationships with these people?
Do you picture your character as you're reading it? Like, okay, she's like, that's I think what they're asking. right?
female voices in your head.
So it's the same as like preparing. Okay, we're gonna get real serious. It's the same as preparing like a stage script, right? You go through and you figure out what the beats of the scene are, where the emotion changes and why, and what the emotion shift is, and you play those tactics. You play the emotional shifts of the scene. So it's not necessarily that I'm like imagining me as the character, so much as I'm trying to be grounded in the reality of what that person is feeling and why. So it's more of like an emotional focus as opposed to like a visionary focus.
Got it. Kate's back there just laughing at me. Like,
She's still stuck on the spicy imaginings, the fantasy.
I do, as someone did say, I should ask you this. So, on my first live with you, you had mentioned you had to change the lights in your booth. because they were humming.
Yeah, I can't believe you remember that. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
She's very good at this.
It wasn't me who remembered, it was one of my team members.
Okay.
Okay, but the Grimm,
Yeah.
you kept hearing this imaginary truck. And
Okay.
so the question was, do you have extraordinary superhero hearing? Because who hears buzzing lights?
So listen. So what happens is I wear headphones and I use, so what happened was, and I use headphones and there's this thing called a direct monitor. And so you hear whatever's happening in the microphone in your headphones and you can turn that direct monitor all the way up so that you hear even the room tone, and every room has a tone. Like there's an ambient sound that your human ears can't pick up on, but your microphone can turn the direct monitor all the way
Wait,
up.
just for a second. Is that true? Every room has a sound?
Mhm.
I want to take my microphone I just got and go listen.
Yeah, you'll hear it.
Did you guys know every room had a
Yes.
sound?
Mhm.
I feel like that needs to be on a billboard. Okay, I'm sorry, keep going.
That's okay. It's a pretty profound
It
thing to learn.
is. I didn't even know.
And so I didn't know what was happening with my lights until my engineer pointed it out, because it was very early in my career and I just didn't know enough information to even listen for that. But he noticed it, that when I would change color, it was an LED strip, when I would change the color, the frequency would change and the hum would change. And so like red lights were like the loudest, highest pitched, and I think blue or green lights were the lowest, and it was just based on the color and what color, like what frequency the colors vibrated at. But once he pointed that out to me, I was able to start paying more attention to those things. The trucks were not imaginary. They were
No one heard
so real. Sean heard them the one time. The one
He
time.
was throwing you a bone, is what that was. Okay.
They were so loud. At one point, there was a motorcycle gang, a whole club. It went on for at least a minute, and we were just standing there holding for
They were
sound.
holding for you.
It was
I think.
so loud. If I heard it in my headphones, that means my microphone was picking up, because remember the direct monitor.
Yes.
So fucking loud.
So, how many times do you think you said pausing for truck?
50? It was a lot. It was so significant. We could have gotten more chapters done every day. It was significant.
Okay. So,
I mean, I'm just saying Joe could have taken that booth.
wow. That's a call
Shots
out, and I didn't
fired.
do it, and that was not me. So, no one can be mad at me.
We could have switched spaces, my guy.
Wow. Okay, so the truck
The trucks.
wasn't there. You in the chat the other day when I had. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. I believe her. Maybe. Okay, so in the chat the other day when we were talking, we were on a live with Shell Rose to talk about her book. You and June were in there, which was so sweet and
You guys
supportive.
are so cute.
Oh my gosh, you were so nice. You had said when we started talking about that, you literally said the boys were mean. Too mean. I think is exactly what you wrote. Would you like to tell us? You did, and I've been dying to add it. I didn't think it was right on the Grim Live to ask, because I'm like, but maybe it's me TikTok Live. You don't have to explain if you don't want
I
to.
don't think they were.
Did they tease you a little bit? Do I need to change the subject?
I'm new here. I want to keep working here. And I think men in general.
Are mean to you?
I think men in general are men.
Pausing.
You know what I mean?
We're pausing for truck because we don't know. No, you probably intimidate some men.
I'm very intimidating.
You really are. You're beautiful.
Oh my God.
Am I wrong? Your friends know. You know you can't see you, but like she's beautiful. She's intelligent. You're very articulate. Like you called me articulate. I'm like, have you listened?
are.
Listen to yourself.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
your effervescence, whatever you said. I mean, you're very articulate. So I have a feeling you're confident. You're confident in yourself.
That's so thoughtful of you to
Is it not true?
I don't have a lot of self-confidence, no. I have
That's why she has a
raging
fan club
insecurity.
that follows her around.
Are you kidding me?
I have raging insecurity. I am so convinced of the worst possible things about myself. Like I'm just waiting for someone else to acknowledge it at all times.
Wow.
Every minute of every day.
God, you need to hang out with me. I have no insecurities and probably should.
Do you really live your life with no insecurity?
I sure do. That's
extraordinary.
It's ridiculous. Like it is, and it makes me, I forget bad things that happen to me.
I love that.
Like,
Yeah.
and I embrace when I'm an idiot because I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm just very confident. I want to give that to you because if I look like you couldn't fit my head through that door. Okay? Am I wrong?
You are so beautiful. Have you looked at yourself?
Yes.
You are sensationally
Keep going.
beautiful.
Yeah. Let everyone hear you say. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, anyways, thank you. As are you, and the whole package. I would say you're a 10.
Okay.
And
the whole package.
thank you. In my head, I'm a 10.
Yes.
Because she is a 10.
Yes.
Here are the things that we know about Precious and
Oh
not
my
about
God.
her. She is
It's not about me.
stunningly beautiful.
100%.
She's also very articulate. Also,
100%.
she's a sensational interviewer. She really knows how to
Yes.
hold a conversation and how to keep a conversation going. And something that I noticed the other night when you were in a live with like all of your author friends is that you are so invested in other people's stories and experiences. Hardly any of those conversations were about you. They were always about other people. And I find that such a rare quality in a person.
Thank you.
Most people only know how to talk about themselves.
Yes.
But you really keep focus on other people and you allow them space to share who they are and what they love. And like that's such an important and rare quality to have.
Thank you.
You are a whole
I
package.
really enjoy getting to know people. And I learned from an early age, you got to start asking about them. And some people are real shy, and sometimes I ask questions that aren't appropriate because I'm just trying to get to like the meat of things. But seriously, like I really enjoy connecting with people and getting to know people on a just basic level. Like connecting is very important to me.
It is the gift of woo. Have you heard of that?
No.
Is it the
I've
strength?
told you, I'm like dumb.
That sounds
That's
right.
familiar. I feel like it's a
Woo?
strengths finder. Woo is a strength that certain people have and certain people do not have, and you have it.
Oh, thanks.
You have the gift of charming people in a very honest way.
Thank you. The last 10 minutes I'm gonna clip and use as my commercial.
Do
Yes.
it. Okay, something before we move on, something that I did want to mention that I don't think that I've ever really acknowledged out loud is I was a fan of romance audiobooks before I became a romance audiobook narrator. And my first year of narrating, most of my books were solo. A couple of them were duet or dual. Most of them with Brandon. This year, I have been so lucky. I have like a bucket list of co-narrators that feel like dreams to work with, and I have worked with 99% of them this year.
Really?
And like thinking about who I was 2 years ago and thinking about who I am now and the conversations I've had and the books that I've done and the people that I've been able to work with feels like a dream I'm never ready to wake up from. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be pretentious. I feel so lucky every day to be doing something that 2 years ago felt like a pipe dream.
But you do realize that luck does play a part of things, but it's also hard work and honest to God talent.
Well,
Yes.
I know that I'm putting in the hard work. I know that I'm doing the hard work. I don't want to be the same narrator next month or next year that I am today. I also think that I have been in the right place at the right time for a majority of the opportunities that have been offered to me. And I'm not the kind of person who will say that I was owed that. I'm not entitled to anything. I just have been given more opportunities than one person deserves.
I mean, how can you not love Andi Eloise?
It sounds so pretentious hearing it out loud.
No, it's true. Like,
It's true!
wait, I need to cut some water. I opened that bottle for you earlier.
She opened this for me?
Like she's a kid. Like she's my kid. I'm
Because
like,
I'm 20.
well, I thought maybe, you were gonna struggle with it because, I forgot you're martial arts world champion.
I was so cool one time.
You're very cool
so
now.
Fucking
Look
cool.
at your freaking jeans and please look,
I ordered these jeans off Amazon.
Did you?
I did.
We're getting my clothes too. So
I ordered them in 2 sizes because I didn't know what size I was.
So I'm in a suit and you're in a cool ass t-shirt and jeans.
I was gonna wear this really cool flowery long sleeve shirt that I got, and I've not had a chance to wear it yet, but it was 83 degrees.
Yeah, it's very hot.
And then we had adult beverages.
And then Victoria, tell us what floor this thing's on.
It is on on the 5,002nd floor,
It's
or
so
it
many
feels like
stairs.
it.
So many
She
stairs.
said it's on a loft.
Many
You just have to go up some stairs. You know when you're in the 5th floor of a building and you got to do a fire drill and you got to go down flights and that's what we had to carry my stuff up here in. And I said, God dang it, I'm leaving we almost shedded stuff. I'm like, I'm leaving this. I'm just kidding. I don't
They did a good job.
Victoria's wife over there came in clutch for us. Heck yeah. Did you know this on the 5th floor when Victoria booked it? I bet you didn't. Victoria? I swear. Okay, so it is time to wrap up, Andi.
Wow, this went so fast.
Oh my, you are really a delight.
You are such a delight as well. This was really fun for me.
It really was fun. Like you're just down to earth, and I'm so glad you were in my stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad your voice was brought to me, and I'm very honored you said yes to this, and you've been so open with me about it, about your whole life. So thank you.
Oh, I just feel really honored by you and by Blue Nose and by the people who have made an open door for me when they didn't have to.
Yeah.
And I feel really, really honored to be here.
Well, on that note, we're going to go. So we're going to say thank you to all those who tuned in tonight. I know it was typically a little bit earlier than we normally do.
We
But,
didn't see any of you.
We're sorry about the chat. I will say sometimes.
Send me a message later.
Really? You don't know these people.
Connor Lewis.
Do what?
Our friend Connor Lewis.
Connor Lewis.
Connor, what are you doing here, man?
Hey, Connor. Is Connor cute?
Connor is so cute.
Is he single?
I don't know if he's single.
I mean, I'm not single. I just asked him.
He,
And now you're seeing Precious After Dark.
he knows how to make a good cup of tea.
Good cup of tea. Okay. Well, we're gonna go. I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna.
Want to steer it?
Yep.